Greetings everyone, my name is Utterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In this evening live stream, I'll be covering the level pack slash quote-unquote fan game, although it probably shouldn't be labeled as that, Mega Man 9 Accurate Recreation stages, or rather Mega Man 9 Accurate Recreation levels, which, as the title states, is a recreation of all the levels from Mega Man 9. I don't know how much a recreation is. Will it contain all the warts as well? As many of the assets are missing from Mega Man 9, especially in terms of gimmicks and bosses and enemies. This was designed by King of Sting. So without further ado, let's begin. As per tradition, I start off by going after Hornet Man, with 20 plays and a score of 9. Welcome to stream Jabman, Pixel Boy, Cyanesque, Lepadio, Dibooman, and Snivy. We'll see. So yeah, only can jump and shoot. Unfortunately, unlike Mega Man 9, I can't move as fast. Here's something most people don't know of Mega Man 9. Mega Man's movement speed is slightly increased compared to, for example, 4 and 5 and 6. This is to compensate for its lack of sliding. Also remember, tomorrow morning, Among Us stream. Wow, what a wonderful start. That was easy to do in 9. Yeah, it made up. I found it to be quite crucial in several spots. Of course, it depends on how much you play 9. If you're playing it for only a few times, you won't notice it. Also, one comment, we started with all the special weapons. This really should have followed the trend of levels like Heavy Lead, Official Main Guy, etc., where you can pick and choose which weapons you're supposed to have. Yeah, that's definitely a difference. That didn't happen in the original. Whoa. You could have put a hot dog here. The Wily machine isn't too difficult. Also, what's with the shield attackers appearing from the right? I can't slide for this. I get the feeling that they forgot to change the direction. See what I mean? How are you supposed to dodge that without sliding? I think it's supposed to be going to the right instead. Same here. Unless you use special weapons, which technically you may not have, you can't dodge that. I get the strong impression that I was supposed to be pointing the other direction or something. Hi, Eduardo. Sure, I suggest you watch the movie instead. It'll very likely be more enjoyable for you. Nope, no slide or charge shot. Which is strange because we have the shield attackers. If I had the slide available, I wouldn't be complaining about that section. This was semi-accurate? We didn't have the gimmick with the extending the stems, however. We did have the other gimmick, so as accurate as possible, I suppose. Gotcha. Oh no, this too. Ah, close one. Fairman wasn't designed to be fought without a slide. Oh, by the way, Daibuman, did you see the latest version of Kroby's mod, First Impact? Alright, moving on to the next one. I'll just pick these in a random order. Jewel Man's next. 18 plays, score of 1. If I end up completing this within an hour, I'll discover some levels from the most popular queue, as well as take some requests. Oops, wrong weapon. I'm not supposed to have that yet. I miss the jewel platforms. I used them during my Neo Pit stages. I guess that's one way. I don't know, that was the main defining feature of this level. Also, we're missing a mid-boss, again. Put a Tamo or something here at least, or a Squidon. I know the limitations, but at least we could put something there, instead of just leaving an empty screen. Another place where the movement speed increase would be handy. See, I understand being accurate, but I understand there's also places where you're forced to make decisions in order to at least be accurate to the feel. Or get the general gist of the challenge. I like the original challenge better, but that's me. Honestly, I wouldn't be the best person to ask for Mega Man 9 anyways. I'm gonna cheat a bit here and get it past this way. Hey Jaden. Hey Zen. I like 11 quite a bit. To be fair, I dislike 1 more than 9, but we'll get to that later. This is not the best time for me to air all my gripes with 9, considering how this isn't really that accurate, to be fair, due to combination limitations and not really replacing them well. Oh, compared to many other things, 9 is actually competently made, I suppose, relatively speaking. Despite its shortcomings, it actually feels like a Mega Man Classic game to me. I'm probably gonna have the same criticism many stages. Let's see... Super Adventure Rockman is supposed to be an interactive game, so I hold it to different standards, barring those sections in the middle. Next up is Galaxy Man. 64 plays, score 24. Also, tomorrow evening, I will be playing Axe Girl. I was actually going to start the LP earlier, but certain things came in the way. See Code Arcturus. Ooh. Yeah, that's another gripe. 9 at least felt like I had quite a bit of effort put into it, and deliberation, although I disagree with several decisions. X6 feels like a combination of no effort and why. I don't know if it's... This is where things get a bit wonky, because one of the main things that people love of Mega Man 9 is the weaponry. I think it is overpowered, but I wouldn't nerf it too hard, because then it would reduce one of the better things of it. Frankly, I feel they overcorrected with 10 and made too many of the weapons underpowered. Outside of 3 of them. And the Mega Man killer weapons, but again, I'll get more into that when I get to Mega Man 10. Yeah, we get it. Well, it also boosts your jump height, so it has 2 uses. Well, yeah, they did. Thankfully with 11, the weapons don't feel underpowered or overpowered. Out of all the stages, this feels the most accurate to the original feel. With Hornet Man, we kind of missed the Vine gimmick. With Jewel Man stage, we pretty much missed several screens. And the platforms, which were not really replaced well. This one, however, replaces both of the gimmicks, both the grabbers with the mag flies, and we still have the Galaxy Man platforms, teleporters, and we do have the faster movement. If we wanted to make this more accurate while not using those enemies, we could just have a faster mag fly. Oh, but don't worry, when I eventually cover X6, you'll hear quite a bit of mouthful of why I don't like it. Yeah, pretty much. They do similar jobs, but I don't know. I don't rate any game as 0 out of 10 because of what Jaden says. Well, but to be fair, any game that I rate 1 out of 10 is so abysmally bad, you shouldn't even bother looking at it. not all the boss replacements are the best options. That's it. I'll use the concrete shot. See what happened with Fairman, for example. Yeah, exactly. They just made for money, and that's what happened. You should have... Frankly, at first, it feels like it was made without a director. Which is pretty much what happened. I know I give a lot of grief to Inafune and his decisions, but he had some semblance of what to do. Alright, best stage of this recreation so far. It's Magma time. 35 plays, score of 11. We should have all the gimmicks from the original stage, I think. You mean the ones that float in? We already have these, we'll have the totem poles. We have this. And I missed the jump again. I love the black hole bomb. I say it's one of the more balanced weapons of 9's arsenal. It is pretty powerful and tears through almost everything, or pretty much everything, but its ammo capacity isn't the best. You only get 7 uses? 8? Ah, the totem poles. Again, please put a mini boss here instead of an empty screen. I get they don't exist in the engine, but this is not a proper way of being accurate. Or at least put a bunch of enemies there. I'll finish my gripe about them once I'm done with this pack. Yep. Also have the black hole bomb. Why? This wasn't as bad as 9 thanks to the increased movement speed, but here, it's a problem. Again, this isn't really... I know this is accurate to the original, but it's not accurate to the physics. Essentially, if I recall correctly in 9, you move 10 to 25% faster compared to 4, 5, 6. So crossing a 4 gap isn't as bad, but here... eeh. Magma time. Goodbye. Same, Mr. Lee. That's why I'm thanking Kroby for that. There needs to be at least double by this point. I kind of like this more than the original, but I would go halfway and re-add those enemies. Just remove their shields, perhaps. Replace them with barriers. Time to plug up some holes with Plugman. 15 plays, score of 1. It's more of a 3 out of 10 to 4 out of 10. The only reason why I give that score is because of the music. That's it. The abysmal loading times as well as the bugs everywhere just destroy it. And everything else pretty much. Yoku time. When I first played through Plugman stage, I actually expected the gimmick to be something else, like filling in holes. Yeah. That tripped me up the first time too. Well, yeah, the bugs, the terrible level design, the loading times, that's what I meant by everything else. Really, the only reason you should play it is if you want the memes. Just watch it on YouTube, or play one of the fan games that's trying to rebuild it. Like Project 06. That's something interesting. Again. Yeah, I miss Shadow Mega Man. Again, slide isn't really necessary for 9 due to its altered physics, closer to 1 and 2's. Charge Shot, The game was built without the Charge Shot in mind, so it isn't as necessary. Yet again, glue. I don't know about you, but this feels tougher than the original stage. Yeah, jumping. And of course, well, I've groked enough of the engine. For the midway point, let me just sum up what I think about this pack so far. It's accurate insofar as level design, but it fails to readapt stuff that's missing here in the engine, and doesn't understand that the original game's physics were slightly different, causing issue with sections like this. I'm just gonna bypass it. There we go. I don't care for the extra life. I forget which enemy they were originally. Oh boy. Again, people love Mega Man 2, still do. And that's what this game was based upon. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's all I'll say. Well, I will say something more. You can build a game based off of Mega Man 2, but it doesn't mean it didn't have to be Mega Man 9. See, for example, Mega Man 2 Atari Edition. I mean, financially, it would be a brilliant Financially, building a game off of what people think is the best game in the franchise is a pretty good idea for coming back to the series. But it could have been pulled off better. Honestly, I liked it more than the developer's other game, Final Attack. Okay, let's do it the other way. Nope, I still have it. The problem is actually editing it. Oh, wait. I can't use your own weapon against you. Going through several hours of footage where I just keep dying is a different problem. Honestly, the original stage was a bit better. Although not saying much, it was one of my least favorite ones. Time to visit the concrete site. 42 plays, score 20. It is. I'm avoiding trying to use stuff like the rush gen until I defeat 6 RMs to be more accurate to the original game, but if need be, I'll use it. Alright, and I want to clarify something. Despite my misgivings of 2 and 9, I don't hate them. I had fun with them. I forgot what you're supposed to be. I will eventually, Rain. I will. Right now, Oh yeah, fake blocks. Glad to see that's still there. The elephants. Here it's pretty obvious, especially with the spine. Yeah, this time we actually had mid-bosses. It's even more strange considering when we didn't have it before. Whoops. That should have been introduced not over a bottomless pit. It is color-coded, but... yeah, this should have been better introduced. I understand these are supposed to be the concrete blocks, but in the originals they actually color-coded it better. Here, not so much. And they were better introduced. Meanwhile, Concrete Man, he's built to be fought without a slide. Alright, let me see your message then. Actually, I would generalize this statement. Before you remake slash demake anything, recreate the entire thing or at least most of it, and understand what the limitations are. So far, what I'm seeing is that it's not quite understanding the limitations of Mega Man Maker when porting things over, and has strange omissions. Yeah, I'd agree with that, Jaden. That's the thing you have to understand when doing recreations, or adaptations. You need to understand the limitations, strengths, and weaknesses of both the adaptation and the source and destination. This isn't a Mega Man engine where you can program in everything. Time to make a splash. With 42 plays and a score of 20. I covered this earlier, but because this is a level pack, I decided I'll just redo it here. Yes, well, son, please stop. Oh, what happened? Oh. I copied the wrong one. Huh? Oops. Okay, let me fix this. Someone sent me the wrong level ID. Okay. When the person was submitting the level pack to me for this person, they accidentally sent me the wrong level ID. They sent me Concrete Man twice. Alright, time to make a splash, for real this time. 28 plays, score 7. This is what happens when you neglect to vet things. Yours is better, Rajolt, I think. In before whatever bad thing of the stage isn't or is fixed. If you're playing Mega Man 9 for the first time, go to Splash Woman stage first. It's one of the easiest ones and you gain a pretty good weapon. That first one, please, well, you can't fix that. In order to fix that, you need to slow down the screen scrolling. Again, implement variable scrolling, devs. A few fan games did that already. Galaxy Man would be another nice pick. Probably not, but... Here is fine because he had more time to react. And that's why I don't like doing the jump over there. In Mega Man Maker at least. Things go wrong very fast. It'll probably come out in a few months. Also, Hammer Joe, not a good replacement here because jumping is tight. Here it's fine. At least in 1.7 we'll get the Splash Woman platforms. I don't know if this is the way I'd replace it with. I'd probably replace it with jet bombs instead. These still force you to move, but they're more static. You mean Time Stopper, Rain. We already have the Flash Stopper. Indeed, Rajolt. That's why when I first started playing this game, I thought they would follow a mini update schedule. They'd interweave mini updates with major updates, but it doesn't seem to be the case, only focusing on relatively major upgrades. That's one way of replacing the Splash Woman platforms, but I think I'd just replace them with faster jet bombs. And make the section longer. Yeah, Flashman gives a Time Stopper, Brightman gives a Flash Stopper. Exactly. Another thing is that if the updates become more and more sparse, players will grow more disinterested and leave, and will likely never come back. That's why mini updates are more important. In fact, I say that consistency of releases is more important than the size of the releases. I mean, look how long it's taken between 1.4 to 5 to 6 to 7. The inconsistency has hurt this game's health, player base. Fairly fine, but the spike drop section was a bit of an issue. So we defeated 7 RMs, so last but not least, it's time for Tornado Man. 59 plays, score of 13. I always left this to last. Until I got the rush jet. The combination of battery platforms and weather at the end. Not a pretty combination. I already defeated Magma Man, whoa. Magma I don't find as difficult as Tornado Man, but that's just me. Were you there during the morning stream, Rajolt? At the end with Kroby's mod? That's one way of replacing the battery platforms. Oh, you weren't there? Yeah, Kroby's mod added a bunch of new gimmicks, several of which you may find interesting. For instance, acid droplets, water droplets, bouncy blocks, and the secret. Nope, they seem to function pretty well. Nope, it's not automatically updated. Okay, here's where the original hard part was. Much easier without the batteries. I know a lot of people hate the battery platforms, but to be frank, I feel they're misblamed in terms of why the stage is difficult. It's because of this section. More because of the rain. Some gimmicks are easy to make, some are difficult. Yeah, it's harder to control. Plus, compared to the Danes, aka spinning tops, it takes more time to get used to it. Yeah, that's the sad thing of slower updates. I would advise using the Mega Mix engine, but that has a bigger learning curve. It's a bit tricky finding these bosses again without the slide. For some, it's a lot more of a pain than others. At least for Tornado and Concrete, they were designed without the slide in mind. Honestly, I like this more than the original stage, similar to Magma Man. Alright, I'll be right back in a moment. Alright, before I move on to the Y stages, I would like to answer a point made by Rojolt. For Fire, Ice, and Electric stages, you brought up an interesting point. How many gimmicks of each are there? For Fire, we have the fire bars, fire walls, lava, not to mention the fire towers and some other stuff. But for Electric, the only thing I can think of are the elect blocks. Sparkman platforms don't scream electric to me, they're just platforms. And Ice only has the iced over platforms, doesn't it? What other ice gimmicks do we have? We can't be frozen. In fact, we basically have more water/liquid gimmicks than ice gimmicks. Oh yeah, the ice blocks, chill blocks, that is an ice gimmick, you're right. But Fire has at least 3 gimmicks, Ice 2, Electric only really 1. See ya, Sinesk. They do have interactions with TNT blocks, but I'd like to see more interactions, for example, disigniting the fire using water, or being frozen by ice generators or ice blocks. In any case, time to visit Wily. 21 plays, score 4. Oh, I like this fortress team. When they reused the Mega Man 2 fortress team, I got a bit worried, but I like this one. Oh no. Backup strats. I managed the plug ball could do that. I like Mega Man 9's OST quite a bit more than 8 and 10's. And 11's, to be honest. Again with the jumps. Owie. You have to win control platforms. Missing mini boss yet again. At least put the hot dog. This is the 4th time I've said that. Alright. This is a part of the stage which the game didn't actually teach you of. Which they should have showed you with the concrete block. Essentially you can freeze them. Or turn them into stone. You can get past this section without that, but it's more difficult. Whoops, I forgot about that. For example, do it the way that Rock and Roll did it. That'd be perfect. I wouldn't call 9 extremely bad, but thankfully it does. This is especially true with Sonic also. Even more true with Sonic. Despite me despising 06, I love the music of that game. It's not my favorite of the series. That honor goes to a tie between Unleashed and Tree and Knuckles. But it's up there. At least a third or fourth. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully Kirby will fix that. Ah, that's a neat way of replacing... Actually, that's a neat way of replacing the boss, but, Ow. Let's try it again. Oh, you can jump over it if you decide to do it properly. This isn't what the original boss was like anyways. You were supposed to push the balls back into the enemies. Hooray for unavoidable damage unless you use special weapons. I like the idea of this boss, but... if I had sliding, it'd be fine. Again. And I see what they use to replace the ball. If the fireman goes down there, I'm dead. Goodbye. A good OST does make a game a bit better. That's why, for example, 06 gets a 3 out of 10 for me instead of a 1 out of 10. A good soundtrack is important, and good sound effects. I still think the gameplay and design are more important, but still, don't discount music. Worst level of the entire franchise? That sounds like hyperbole to me. Hyperbole. Whatever. Anyways, Wily 2. I don't like the stage either, but... Okay, that makes more sense. Shame, I love this track. We're the Robots, I know it's memed, but it's a good one. But let's see if this was fixed or not. Again. See you later, Ruslan. I mean, if they give me the special weapons, I might as well use them. A more customizable version of the Wily challenge, you mean? Why make them a different color than the regular blocks? Yet again, missing Flower Boss. Instead, the spikes can't get me. Again, I could have made that in Mega Man 9. I know some say the difference isn't noticeable, but it adds up. Mega runs 10% slower here. See, I get what they're trying to do, but they don't understand the limitations of Mega Man Maker properly. So we end up with a situation where some of these jumps are more precise than they used to be. Of course, some stuff is also easier. For example, you need the rush jet here. And here. Alright, here comes the hard part. Not this one, but the one after this. This jump. Oh, even in the original, this jump was... If they're deliberately placed there for a full refill, they're fine, but... Opinion seems split on whether you should have a live system, so... Simply put, it's better just make it an optional thing. Or give an option at the start. That jump in the original killed me so many times. It resulted in 2 game overs. The actual better way of doing this is by damage boosting. Get hit here, jump up. Don't do it the usual way damageless. Or just take the lower route. Again, with the different colors, they don't even do anything. The point of illusions is to confuse you, but there's no confusion to be found here. Yeah, if you want to do this even in the original, just damage boost. Or use Spike Guard, but that's more expensive. Also, placement. Oh, that one. That's the one involving... Well, I can't really spoil that now. Oops. I think I know which one you're referring to. I've heard of it. I don't want to say anything more about that film without... That may constitute a major spoiler. Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna say anything more about that. I knew that sounded familiar. Hi, Smiley. What are you supposed to be? Oh no, he's escaped. And made it much easier. I don't really get the resemblance to the submarine. Here was actually better because of the slightly different physics. I could abuse damage boosting and infinite lives, but oof. On to Wily Tree. Pan's Labyrinth. That's a film on my must-watch list. Alright, elevator section. I doubled that recommendation. Second. Something tells me that this was supposed to get higher. Don't worry, the grabbers don't exist. Thankfully. I wouldn't mind if it was a section like a sled section, but regular, no please. Unless there's a warning sign somewhere. I miss the Shadow Mega Man, however. That I'd keep. Violet Evergarden? No, haven't watched it. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Oh. Nah, everyone's chill. Again, I get the feeling it was supposed to go one block higher. Hi, Aunt Eddie. These used to be the Mets, weren't they? The fake Mets with the fake lives. Yep, too low. This section was replicated, but good enough, I suppose. Oh. This is why I wish I had slide jumps. We're getting near the end, however, with the rematches. Even the original, the hardest part of this wasn't even those enemies. That's why I love slide jumps. It extends the amount of time you have to jump out of it. Next time I'm just using the concrete block. Also, to all of you who are going to purchase Among Us for tomorrow, if you haven't had it already, keep in mind that Steam isn't the only place you can purchase it. Actually, I want you. Really? I did a tap jump and it ran out just at the wrong time. Thanks, game. Engine. $5. The price is probably going to increase very soon. They already have an active user base of 3 million players. It's caused their servers to crash several times now. Yep, Machine Gun Joes. They'll be added to in 1.7. Or just use Kroby's mod. Oh, there's a different problem. Come on, can you... Okay, that's what I want. Safe. No thanks, I'm past. Oh yeah, the grabber was here. No wonder why I have bad memories of this. Hey, I know, Strange World would work better as a extra stage team. You know, the way the top men are working here actually acts like a nice mini-boss, or fortress boss. It's a more active devil encounter. I forget, what was your weakness? Okay. Oops, they have different weaknesses. Oh, this is turning out really badly. Alright, backup strats. Let's use Magma Bazooka. Ah, phew. Defeating one defeats the other one. I don't really mind devil encounters in terms of pattern memorization. Where I do have a problem is how long they take and how much the lack of time you have to actually attack them. It becomes somewhat like a waiting game and a dodging game. That's my biggest problem. Enough people like them, I suppose. And I don't really like to rate inhuman reactions because that seems to be super variable nowadays. All the devil encounters have patterns. The issue is how much the memorization involved, or how much memorization is involved and the amount of time you have to strike. I have more problems with the latter than the former. I got the meaning, you doubled yet, essentially. Alright, last one. Time for rematches. I want to reiterate, I don't really have a problem with the mid-stage or mid-boss pattern memorization. I don't mind that at all. What I do mind is how much waiting is involved. That's my biggest issue. And that wouldn't be so much of an issue either if the devil's health bar was lower, like a quarter of it. But because it has the same health bar and usually only takes 1 damage from the buster, it means that if you fail to actually shoot them, in time, you have to wait quite a while before you can attack them again. Quite a while relative to usual boss battles. That's my biggest gripe with them. Big Man isn't here. But that's just me. I don't find devils being inherently... well, the issue I find devils is, as I said, timing, and unfortunately most of them have that issue. barring certain exceptions. Like for example, the Goo Devil as the intro boss in Mega Man and Base. That was more of an active encounter, but that was a bit too easy. And of course, there's Dark Moon in Starman Upgraded 2. That fixed many of my gripes. Anyways, rematches. Yeah, Green Devil. I keep calling it the Goo Devil. Super Rockman Adventure is quite different, so I don't usually count it as such. One down, 3 left to go. Of course, no refills outside of held ones. That wasn't a weakness, but it works out pretty well. Well, wasn't that the one where you can actively attack it? Haha. Trick you can't even pull off in Mega Man 9, but you can do here. Alright, Concrete. Oh boy. Oops. Yeah, have to do that again. Well, at least I know some better weaknesses. Let's see if we can do the pro defeat strat. Yep, I can. Yeah, I didn't realize... Now that I think about it, both should, but kind of embarrassing. Of course, no refills. That's different from Mega Man 9, where you actually get refills after every boss. Magma, No, that isn't his weakness, but it works out well enough. Auto problem? No ERM tanks. Let's see if I can pull this one off. It's... oh no, it's Pharaoh. Let's see, you are Hornet Man, so you should be weak to fire. Problem is, I can't dodge you easily. Yeah, this is something I don't like of this one. You have to do all of them in a row, and you don't have any health refills in the middle. At the very least, once you finish the first 4, add a health refill. It's turned into a survival gauntlet. You only get keys and... alright, let's repeat this. Or yeah, put another checkpoint, but that would work too because you usually have checkpoints before and after. Go on the other direction, please. Half down, half held left. I think so. We don't know how many upvotes or downvotes it got, however. Alright, Pharaoh, you're up first. But first... the problem is Hornet Man is weak to the Magma Bazooka, but Pharaoh Man... getting close to him with the Magma Bazooka is a pain. Unless you just do it immediately. I got lucky there. What were you weak to? That. We don't have enough to defeat him with it. That's... oops. Yeah, he doesn't take enough damage from the tornado blow. I'm almost out of here. Yep, I defeated all the bosses. Down we go. Ah, checkpoint. Time for the final boss, the tank. There must be an invisible magnet somewhere. Trying to make this a bit easier on myself. Bye. That's one way of having the T-Rex mech. Only one phase? Really, game? I mean, really, level pack? We had the difficult boss encounters, boss rush gauntlet, but we failed to have a second phase. This would be more appropriate. Also, no E&M tanks. Okay then. This took longer than expected. My overall thoughts on this level pack are really mixed. I understand it's trying to be an accurate recreation, but in fact it doesn't feel like it. Level design wise, it tries to be as accurate as possible, and excluding the omissions of the stuff missing in the engine currently, which were in the original Mega Man 9 game. But unfortunately, in terms of feel, it doesn't exactly recreate it. Sometimes it does, like Magma Man and Galaxy Man. In fact, it does a better job. But in other cases, most cases, many cases, not as much. One of the things that people need to pay attention to while making recreations is that you need to understand the limitations of both the source and destination, especially the latter, and this one didn't really do it. We saw, for example, with several of the jumps being much more difficult to pull off because Mega Man is 10 to 25% faster in 9, and it actually adds up. Plus, we had the missing screens of we had empty screens here for some reason, which could have been easily filled up with enemies, and some gimmicks could have been better adapted or better integrated here, but they weren't. I like this more than Unknown 6, but to be frank, I kind of like Mega Man 9 as a package overall more than this one. I have many gripes about that, but that felt like it had a better memorability, I guess. This one kind of felt bland and empty at spaces. To put it bluntly, I don't think it succeeded at being an accurate recreation. It felt somewhat half-baked at times. Basically, it needed to better understand and adapt the stuff and with better substitutes. I know I'm being redundant here, but essentially this level pack's main failing is that it didn't do a proper job of adapting the stuff that was missing, adapting and or substituting. Other levels have done a better job of recreating. This one, eh. I'd probably give it a 4 or 4.5 out of 10. And anyways, thanks for watching the stream, everyone. Tomorrow morning, same time, same place as this morning's stream, Among Us, multiplayer. Announcement will be going up very, very soon. Make sure to follow the rules, otherwise you'll be kicked out of the game. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day.